Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jawad. Thank you for watching my channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button down below, and right next to it is a bell notification. When you hit that button and when I upload my videos, you'll be emailed directly. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, thank you very much. I always appreciate a larger audience. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and please share with a friend. I always appreciate a growing audience. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jawad. In this short video, I'm going to answer a question that's asked a lot, and that is, what is PCOS and how do you break it down to simplistic terms? So PCOS stands for Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, or PCOD, which is Polycystic Ovarian Disease. And really what it is it's many cysts on the ovaries. Now, PCOS, it's the most common hormonal imbalance affecting women, a lot post-menopause. Okay, why? The number one cause, they talk about many causes, the number one cause is increase of insulin. Now, whether if you're type 1 or type 2 diabetic, or you're insulin resistant, that is the number one cause of PCOS. Now, androgens, it's a hormone that's made in the ovaries and the adrenal glands. Now, postmenopausal females, what happens? The ovaries shut down and you grab all those hormones from the adrenal glands. So what happens is that it's a male hormone. You have increase in androgens. Now, normally, in the cascade, the androgens will break down to estrogens. I say estrogens because there's different types of estrogens. However, it gets blocked. That enzyme gets blocked, and then you have the buildup of androgens. So what that enzyme is, it's called the aromatase cytochrome P450. It's important in the liver because it helps the liver detox all the chemicals that we experience from the outside. Now, the main chemical that blocks that enzyme from happening is glyphosate. Okay, where do you hear that from? That's otherwise known as Roundup. It's an herbicide, Monsanto. Now again, GMO foods. This is why if you backtrack and do your history, PCOS exploded from the 90s onward, because from the 70s and before, Roundup really wasn't around, and neither was Monsanto. However, what happens, it acts as a block, like a plug. So what happens with females, they get a buildup of androgens. That's a male hormone. So this is where you get, again, facial hair, deep voice, acne, things like that. Another reason, cortisol. Now, cortisol is produced in the adrenal glands. What also is produced in the adrenal glands? Androgens. Now, when you have increased cortisol, it's due to increased stress, increased insulin. So you increase the fat cells, okay? One of the things that fat cells produce is estrogen, okay? Now the thing is, the glyphosate is a double whammy. So it increases your androgens, but also too, because it's an insulin mimicker, it increases the estrogen. It's an estrogen mimicker. So you have this imbalance of androgens and artificial estrogens due to the Roundup. Another thing, sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle, what happens? You get insulin imbalances. You get increased fat cells. What happens when you have increased fat cells? You get insulin resistance. What happens when you get increased fat cells? Increased estrogen, because what is released from fat cells? Estrogen. How do you get fat cells? You have too many carbohydrates or anything that's going to spike the insulin. You see how this is a continuous circle. So symptoms, increased weight gain, hair loss, because what happens when you have the insulin resistant and the GMO foods, you have artificial estrogens. Artificial estrogens will shut down the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is needed for, again, to digest foods, especially for hair. So you get hair loss, low sex drive. And I said before, facial hair, deep voice, acne, and the increase in weight gain is typically belly fat. Because what's happening is that you the increased androgens. You see where this is a cycle, where it all comes back down to. Now, when I work with patients, especially with PCOS, it is treatable. Okay, it is treatable. So first and foremost, I always hit the lifestyle, the diet. Watch out for the gluten, the wheat, the dairy, the soy, the peanuts, and the sugar. Our goal is to lower your insulin levels, make you less insulin resistant. High fiber diet, plant-based foods. You want to clean up the diet. You want to, again, you need fiber. You need to work the colon. Avoid dairy. Dairy, this is, again, conventional dairy. Why? Because dairy, they jack the cows up with, again, bovine growth hormone, estrogen pumps. They don't feed them grass, they feed them grain. So what happens with the grain? It causes inflammation, so they need antibiotics. So again, avoid the dairy. And exercise. Exercise, start slow, okay? If you're a couch potato, start walking. You have to crawl before you walk, walk before you run. When you exercise, especially weight-bearing activity, when you create more muscles, what's happening is that you're actually increasing more insulin receptors. When you increase more receptors in the muscle, you could utilize the energy, because when you break down energy in form of what's called glycogen, 75% of it's stored in the muscles, 25% stored in the liver. So when you exercise, you're burning calories, but also too, what's the number one cause? You're stabilizing the insulin. Other supplements is a must. Inositol, I've done videos on that, otherwise known as vitamin B8. 100 grams a day. Vitamin D3, I've done videos on that. 10,000 I use now. FYI, I live outside Chicagoland. I live in the Midwest. We see the sun 3 seasons a year. So again, if you live in the coast or someplace sunny, for those fans of mine, thank you very much. Hello, I appreciate it. You may not need 10,000 IUs. You may need a lot less due to how much sun you get. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is phenomenal for adrenal support. And chromium, 300 micrograms of chromium a day. Chromium works to stabilize the insulin levels, to make you less insulin resistant. Because again, your whole goal is to lower the insulin and stabilize the androgens. PCOS. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please share with a friend. If you have any questions, please throw them down below. I do answer the questions. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.